Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to the wealth building mini class. My name is Milan Levis. I'm a financial empowerment mentor. And today our topic is wealth pathway. So give me a couple of seconds. I want to make sure that Facebook will propagate this live stream. Just 1 second. Here we go. Where is it? And let me share, and we'll go to here. All right. Okay, so let's see how it worked. All right. Okay, so it seems that we're good to go. Okay, so, oh, Susie, hi. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so the topic for today's training, mini class, is wealth pathway. Here's the thing. I've been asked again and again, how did I become financially independent? How many years it took me? What was involved? How much money I had at the beginning to build financial independence, etc., etc. So I get questions like that quite often when I meet people and they know me a little bit and they comfortable asking these questions. So I decided to create a mini class that will basically show you structured steps or other elements that were involved in my journey to financial independence. Janine, thank you so much for joining. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Those of you who know me well and maybe read my books or heard me teaching and speaking know that I always emphasize the duality of money and wealth. When I say duality, I'm talking about energetic aspect of money and wealth, because everything is energy, as you know. So wealth has its own frequency of vibration, and you can actually align with this frequency. And there are particular exercises and rituals and habits that I use and I teach in my courses that would allow you to align with this frequency. Now, we live in a real world, right? We live in a physical world as well. So even though we're spiritual beings, we live in a practical physical world. And that's why I like to teach the other aspect of money and wealth. That's why I like to teach practical aspects of creating money, growing money, etc., and getting to financial independence. So today's class would be focused primarily on this real world journey to financial independence. And I actually created a little bit of drawing. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Can you please tell me if you can see it, because I cannot see the camera. So hope you can see it. Okay, so it's kind of like a first class drawing, but I want to use it so you will have a visual for what I'm trying to explain. Yes, great. Kind of, okay. So I covered the main elements, but I will open them, Susie. So here, let me just show it like that. So here's you right now in your life, okay? That's you in your current now. This yellow thing is energy that you receive in divine energy that you receive in every day, every moment. It's abundance energy that is flowing freely to everybody. So when I mentioned alignment at the beginning, I was referring to being in alignment with this flow of abundance. So nothing is blocking this flow. So it flows to you and through you. Okay, so that's what this yellow radiating light is. Now, the first step, you see, I covered this. The first step is, obviously, you have to make money, right? You've got to make money. And whether you're single or you have a family, there should be some form of income that allows you to pay for your living expenses and hopefully have extra. So in making money, you may have different options. You may have a job that allows you to, let me just pick, I will bring the painting later, the drawing later. So you can have a job that allows you to cover your expenses, enjoy your lifestyle. Hopefully you enjoy your job, and also put some money aside. Or you can have a business. If you are self-employed, you may have a business that allows you to apply your skills, your experiences, and make money doing what you love, hopefully, and also cover your lifestyle expenses and put some money aside into your savings. Or you can have a bridge job, like if you consider maybe changing career, or your business has not picked up yet to the level that you expect. It's totally okay, and it's actually, I think, very honorable to have a bridge job, so you can support yourself and your family in the meantime, while you maybe need a little bit more time to get to the next level in your business. And you can be a freelancer, or you can be a consultant. There are different options as well. So the bottom line, you've got to have some form of income coming in. And maybe if you stay at home mom, your husband works or your partner works. So that's the first element of getting to financial independence. Okay, so that's, I'm sure you don't have questions about this. I just want to say one more thing about making money. This is the phase where the alignment with wealth vibration, with abundance frequency is very important, because when you vibrate at this higher frequency, you become magnetic. You attract your ideal clients, you attract opportunities, you attract job opportunities. Hiring managers will like you because you vibrate positivity, you vibrate enthusiasm, kindness, compassion, love, etc. It's in your vibration. That's why for making money phase, very, very important to be in alignment with higher vibration. And at this phase also, you give value and you gain value, right? Because money, ultimately, it's exchange of value. So that's the phase where you give and you gain. And the more value you give, the more value you gain. All right, so we're clear with the first element. Let's go to the next one on my very artsy drawing. Okay, so the second element of wealth pathway is you've got to keep your money. Okay, so you make money. Next is you've got to keep your money. I can tell you that I've met a lot of really successful women who are good at making money. They're really good at making money, whether they have successful business, whether they have prestigious professional job with corporations. They make good money, yet they have habits and maybe some money blocks that don't allow them to keep their money. Sometimes they spend all they make, and sometimes they spend more than they make. Okay, so this is very important and essential element of getting to financial independence. You've got to keep your money. So there are three main levers that you have in order to keep your money. Well, in my programs, I call it managing money intentionally. But here, I just think it's more clear when I refer to this as you have to keep your money. So 3 levers that you have. Number 1, income. Okay, so if you feel that you're good at everything else, but you still don't have enough, then you've got to look at your income. The second lever here in keeping your money is your budget or pattern of spending. So there are certain patterns that I recommend in my courses. So you can keep the budget, or you can have a certain percentage of your net income after tax allocated to your lifestyle expenses, and the rest distribute into different accounts, investing, donations, entertainment, etc. Okay, so again, the first lever, is income. The second lever is budget or spending pattern, and the third lever is debt. Because it's so easy these days to use your credit card and spend more than you able at the moment to pay for. So it's up to you how you use this option to spend using your credit card, or maybe other opportunities to take a loan against your house, etc. So that is, first of all, I believe that has negative energy. So be very mindful when you get yourself into that, and you feel that this is the only option you have. I don't believe that that is the only option when people need money. So see how you can adjust this, or see how can maybe you have a low interest debt. When I say that, I'm referring to high interest debt, like primarily credit cards that charge, I don't know, 19, 21% interest on the carried over balances. Okay, so these are 3 levers, again, income, budget, and debt. So again, let's go back to my drawing. So you have, first essential is you have to make money. The second one is you have to keep money. Okay, the third one is you've got to grow money. Okay, you see? You've got to grow money. Okay, so when I say grow money, here's what I mean. How you grow money? You use leverage. You don't, when basically what is leverage? When you put certain resources, it could be money, it could be your time, it could be your efforts, but your return on investment is much, much higher than what you put in. That's called leverage. So examples of leverage, and by the way, if you use leverage, let me know if you have particular examples of leverage. Just type in if what I'm talking about makes sense to you. So do you know what leverage is, and do you use any kind of examples? Can you share with me examples of leverage in your life? Okay, so I will continue, and if something comes to mind, just enter in the comments. So the examples of leverage that I want to share with you could be stock market investing, right? If you do your research well and you invest in certain financial products that are traded or traded on the stock market, you can get 5 and 6 digits return percent. Okay, so that's stock market is one form of leverage that you could use to grow your money. Another example could be real estate. Real estate has a lot of advantages in terms of growing your money. And I personally love real estate for many reasons. One of them is that you have a lot of tax advantages when it comes to real estate. And it also, if you design it well, you can truly have a long-term multiple streams of income that are passive, the streams. Okay, so that's another example of leverage. You can also buy franchise business. A lot of people, when they accumulated some money and they're looking for opportunities, they buy franchise business. You don't need to start this building business from ground zero, and just expand. And by the way, I know a few people who used to be employee of a particular franchise, like McDonald's, and then they saved enough money and they became franchisees. They bought this this franchise when the opportunity appeared. So that's another option of another example of leverage. And building your own business is also example of leverage, right? You hopefully get to the point where you can have a team that supports your business, so you don't exchange 100% time for money in your business. So that's another example of leverage. So the bottom line is you absolutely need to grow your money, and to grow your money you use leverage. All right, so the next and the last essential for becoming financially independent, well, not quite last, but let me just tell you, the fourth is money. You've got to make money work for you. So the fourth should I say step or element is you've got to make money work for you. So you can actually design streams of income that become passive. So your money finally will work for you. So you don't need to continue working for your money. You can continue working, but it doesn't have to, you don't have to do that. And that makes a huge, huge difference. Okay, so Janine says, I'm leveraging by building a business. Excellent, excellent. This is one of forms of leverage. So I'm glad that you grasped this idea, that there are different forms of leverage, as long as you know that the intention of this is to grow your wealth. And by the way, it doesn't mean that you have to use one or another. You can use combination of different forms of leverage. Like, for example, I do. I have business, I have a stock market portfolio, I have real estate portfolio, etc. So the best is to see if you can combine different leverage options. So, but we're talking about making money work for you. There are ways to design multiple streams of passive income. But you need to get to this point where you already have money grown enough where you can buy the particular financial products that offer consistent, reliable stream of income that is not dependent on, for example, fluctuation on the stock market, etc. Right? So that's the fourth elements of financial independence. So, and so here you are, you're getting to the point where you become financially independent. Becoming financially independent may mean that you have millions and millions of dollars, or it means that you have enough to cover your comfortable lifestyle and have some extra to enjoy. Okay, so becoming financially independent does not necessarily mean that you have to be a multi-millionaire or billionaire. And I want to make it very clear, because a lot of people don't see the reality of being financial independent available to them. And I believe that it's possible, because it actually depends on you, and it depends on being very clear how you can get to this point. So in my Lasting Academy, Lasting Wealth Academy program, we actually calculate financial freedom number, we calculate financial freedom gap, where you are now and where you want to be, and we learn and discuss options, investing options, how you can get, how you can bridge this gap, okay? So, and then once you become financially independent, you don't just stop living. You don't just, you know, at least people who I know, and I'm one of them, I don't just spend my time on the beach all the time. I enjoy my life, I travel, I have a lot of opportunities to meet great people, but I also like to give, and I also like to grow. That's very important, because if you're not growing, you're dying. So I feel that we are growing all the way till the end of our lives by expanding our awareness, growing our knowledge, expanding our compassion and love, etc. So we constantly growing. So once you get to this point of becoming financially independent, you have so many more choices. And that's what I like about being financially independent. It's not only about financial wealth, which is great. I totally enjoy, and I want this to everyone who feels that that's what they desire. And I believe, especially because I believe it's possible. But I also want to say that it gives so many options, more options to experience freedom of choosing what you want to do, to experience freedom of choosing who you want to be with, who you want to work with, who you want to spend your time with. It gives you freedom of location, where you want to live, where you want to work. So, and freedom to live your purpose, right? That's one of the freedoms that sometimes when we have to slave for money, we don't always have available to us. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Again, here are your 4 essentials. Very simple idea, right? And so you have to make money, then you have to learn how to keep your money and grow your money, obviously, and then make your money work for you, because that's the goal of growing money. At some point, you've got to be in a position, and you will be. It's not, I just want to tell you, it's not only the question of if, it's the question of when, that you will get to this point when your money works for you. And because I believe that it's possible, I decided to share with you the map that I used to design programs that will help you to get from where you're now to financial independence, maybe with less detours and setbacks. Because I experienced a lot of those setbacks and detours, and those of you who know my story know that I started building my financial freedom from ground zero twice in my life, maybe even more. So I developed this map with the programs that I offer. For example, Activate Effortless Wealth program allows you to align your, allows you to train your brain so you align your energy with the wealth vibration. And I share a lot of tools in this program. It's very powerful. It's a life transforming program. And this program will allow you, will help you to be more successful at making money. because by elevating your vibration, and we're doing part of this work right now in my group, we are elevating vibration, so your energy becomes more magnetic to likewise vibration, because law of attraction, also called resonance, law of resonance, right? So you attract not what you want, but what vibration, what energy you emit. That's what you attract. So the Activate Effortless Wealth, it's a 10 weeks program that helps you to align with the higher vibration, with the vibration of wealth frequency. Next is 3 other elements that I shared with you: keeping your money, growing your money, and making your money work for you. I covered this in Lasting Wealth Academy. Lasting Wealth Academy is a 4-month program where you will work on learning how to manage your money intentionally, how to calculate your financial freedom number, so you don't just shoot in the dark how much money you need to have. You calculate the number that you need to hit in order to become financially free. And that's one portion of this training. And then we spend a lot of time on filling the gap between where you are now financially and where you need to be to fill this gap that you have between now and being financially independent. So we talk about strategic investing. In Lasting Wealth Academy, I spend a lot of time on sharing specific strategies for stock investing and for real estate investing, because I don't believe in just buying this stock because someone recommended you, or buying this property because it's cheap. You have to have a strategic approach to what you buy, and you need to know at what price you need to buy. You need to know the when to buy, what to buy, and when to sell, etc. So this all is covered. I call it strategic investing. This topic is covered in my Lasting Wealth Academy. And we also, as a bonus, we also have several extra mentoring sessions where we talk about leveraging the universe, leveraging your divine nature. And that's also part of this training, because it's based on my 4-dimensional millionaire method, which has wealth mindset dimension, intentional money management dimension, strategic investing, and spiritual connection. So that's Lasting Wealth Academy. So I'm just sharing with you a map so you will know that, for example, Lasting Wealth Academy will help you to cover number 2, number 3, and number 4 essential elements of the pathway to financial freedom, or wealth pathway. And I didn't mention yet that I also offer live event in September. It's a 3-day live event in France, where I am right now, from where I'm recording this video, where we're gonna work on energetic framework for building lasting wealth. Because many of you may experience hitting the threshold. So you make an effort, you get in there, and then you hit some threshold. It could be not knowing what to do, not knowing how to do it, not knowing when to do it, etc. You hit in this threshold and you feel deflated, you feel discouraged. So in this 3-day event, it's a hands-on, it's a very experiential and training, and I'm going to use a lot of tools that I have, from timeline therapy to instant miracle to a lot of guided visualizations, etc., where we're going to work on this energetic framework. So no matter what may happen in your life, you will bounce right back much faster. Okay. So that's what I wanted to share with you today in terms of map that is available to you, in terms of covering the essentials for getting to the financial independence and financial freedom point on this roadway, on this pathway, maybe faster, maybe with less setbacks and detours. So that's what I wanted to cover. And Susie, thank you so much. Very well explained. Can we chat more about choosing good stocks, etc.? Yes, Susie. So just private message me, and we will we'll set up a call. Okay. All right. So, ladies, thank you so much, and maybe gents, if someone is watching us among gentlemen, I welcome you as well, and I really appreciate your time. I know you're very busy, and I hope that what I shared with you was valuable enough for you to take time for this video. And I will see you again, maybe in a couple of weeks, because I'm actually going to be traveling for the next maybe 4 or 5 weeks. So I will be back as soon as I will be back. And that's the beauty of financial freedom that I wish to all of you. Okay? Sending you much love and many blessings.